Well, ladies and gentlemen, yesterday was certainly interesting. We had Donald Trump come out and announce that he will be opening 401ks and IRA markets to crypto. It's like a crypto 401k, $9 trillion US retirement market to cryptocurrencies. And that caused a coin that I had previously been talking about to artificially boom up in a crazy, crazy way. Now, I want to add the context to this coin. This coin is called the retirement token. It has the ticker 42069K, fits into the whole thing of being the meme coin of the 401k, and also it fits into the stock to meme narrative as well. Now, this was a coin I had previously talked about originally when it was around $50,000 or $60,000. If you go all the way back here, it was seeing some serious positive price action before the Trump announcement, which did artificially pump it. But this coin had a floor previously of around 40 to 50K, and it was kind of sitting there for many months. And then it started running up, and then the news broke that Trump was launching this crypto 401k. And whenever there is news in relation to a coin, the coin is always going to, or not always, but the coin will likely pump and then dump, because the people that are buying the coin are not buying the coin to be long-term holders. They are buying the coin to, out of media hysteria, out of hype, and then they'll likely sell, panic sell, or just sell in general after like a 2x. So what happened to the coin was it did about a 20x. It went to around 200 or 2.3, $2.4 million. And it since came crashing all the way back down, and now it's hovering around 350 to 370K as it maybe enters another accumulation window. Now, I believe in this coin. I think it's going to do very well long term because of the way they're marketing it. Yes, the coin did pump and dump, but that is because of the news situation. It's been pretty crazy in crypto. You take a look at the past few days, just everything seemingly is up. Bitcoin really has been stable, but it was up around 120K. Ethereum up 22%. It's closing in on 4,000. Remember, the crazy thing with Ethereum is it still has not reached a high. It hasn't broken its all-time high of the past cycle. If you look at it, its high is like 45. It's 4,600. It hasn't broken that. Bitcoin is reaching new all-time highs every single day. So imagine what happens when money gets thrown into Ethereum, how crazy the Ethereum coins are going to go. XRP has been moving well. BNB is up 10%. Solana's up 10%. Dogecoin now back up to 24 cents, up 23%. One of the top performers. Stellar up 47%. HBAR up 33%. So all of these coins are starting to really move, even in the top 10, top 20, where the market caps are over, 50 billion, $100 billion. But I did just want to talk about this coin that did go through a pretty crazy pump. I mean, you could even argue going from 60K to 2.2 million. I mean, that's like a 30, 40x right there. So I think this coin is still going to do well. Obviously, what happened was very inorganic because of the media hype of this announcement by Trump. But the previous price history of this coin was still positive in terms of it was starting to really move from its accumulation window, which was seemingly around 40 to 50K. And it was kind of breaking out of that, and it was around 100K. And then the news started creeping out, and then that's when it went crazy. And now it's back into, again, we'll see if it's an accumulation window of around 300K, 400K, give or take, maybe ranging in between that. The coin did not break its all-time high. Its all-time high, if you look at it, was around $2.93 million. It's just one single wick because of the news. That's the reason this coin boomed so much. So I'd been talking about this coin. I didn't think that was going to happen. It seemed like there was positive price action. I was buying it. I still hold all of it. I would have made like a 20 or 30x if I sold. I didn't end up selling, but just a word to the wise, when you get a news story like that, the people that are buying the coin are not believers in the coin long term. They're doing it because it's mass hysteria, it's this media hype, and then this is why most people lose when they trade. They will panic sell the coin when it starts going back down. And it only ranged at around 2 million for around 20 or 30 minutes. That's about it. But I just wanted to address this coin because I had previously been talking about it. And when you get this, Trump say, well, he's going to open the crypto 401ks. This is the coin that directly relates to the narrative of it. And so it's understandable that this coin would boom up. And just by the way, we did hit a new all-time high in terms of the total market cap. It was around four. I think it did hit $4 trillion in total, and we would expect it to continue to reach new highs the next 4 or 5 months. This is kind of a thing that we need to have happen for cryptocurrency. If we're all going to become rich, if we're going to make a lot of money, we need the market cap to be hopefully, preferably at least 10 trillion. I think a bullish scenario is 12 to 16 trillion, but hopefully at least 10 trillion. And that's with BTC. As you can see, I don't know, do we have the indicators here? Yeah, the BTC dominance now falling below 60%. So the BTC dominance is sitting below 60%. Pretty remarkable. Although, is this the proper metric for this? No, actually, I don't think it is. Yeah, this has had the BTC. Well, they did have the BTC dominance at 6, but this one always has it lower on CoinGecko. Some of the other BTC dominance, like if you look it up, I'm guessing it's still well over 60%. The TradingView BTC dominance sitting at 61. I mean, it's down. It is down. It was 60. I think it was 67% a few days ago. It was around 66% back in late June. So about a month later, it's down to 62%. And, it's starting to fall. And I think we would like to see, a lot of the meme coins start to really move, and just there should be a bunch of money dumped into crypto. I think that's the hope. That really is the hope. There's going to be money dumped into it. Bitcoin's going to go up, so maybe the dominance will rise up a little bit again. But we need the meme coins. We need our meme coins to really, really start moving, because we're seeing the dominance drop. When the dominance gets into the 40s, I'm not saying that's the time to sell your meme coins, because it really depends on the situation. But we know once the dominance falls to, like, I'm not saying it's going to happen anytime soon, but we are starting to see some signs here. I think BTC is going to top out at around 50 or 60K. And then the thought is traditionally you're going to get the alt season about a month later or within the next weeks. And if it tops out around 150, 170K, possibly in late September or October, then in November, you'll likely get the alt season, and that would be the time to sell. But right now, I think we're all still holding. It could be an extended cycle. We saw it in 2021. Who knows? But overall, I think this is it's interesting to see the dominance fall like this. And you can see we really haven't had a fall like this. I'm not even sure. I mean, it did fall a bit in May, but you take a look at, November would have been the last time we saw a real fall like this. At that point, it was only at 61 and it fell down to 55. Here it was at 65. Now it falls down to 61. So this is something to watch. This is a very good indicator when it comes to altcoins. And again, I think BTC still has a ways to go up. And if it goes up, it's probably going to regain some of its dominance, which is fine. But it will fall. And we saw back in 2021, it did have a dominance low of around right around 40%. In 2018, the dominance was around 37%, but the market cap of BTC is a lot higher. So you could say the cycle low dominance might be around 41, 42% for BTC. Or maybe even lower, it just depends. But I just wanted to discuss this coin. And listen, I think this coin should do well. It is kind of weird, what happened with it, though. Just because I don't think anyone expected this coin to have kind of this weird pump, and it makes it look a little bit more inorganic. But this was because of news. It was because of the news, and that's the real reason. I still think the narrative is good. I really do. They need a bigger team for sure. They need a team. They need to professionalize the Telegram and everything like that. But I think the coin can do really well. Sitting at around 382K. That's still like what is that? Like a 6x for me, up 7x, something like that. So, it's certainly up, but obviously it came crashing down from the run up during that news announcement. And so we've got all these other news announcements coming in the pipeline with, they're signing everything. They're signing the Genius Act, which is a stablecoin bill. They're also signing a few other bills in relation to cryptocurrency. So I know they were talking about meme coins in Congress yesterday, and then you say that's a sign, that's a cycle top. But I think we're entering it. We're entering. Some of these coins are going to start really moving. They have to, and that's the hope. And we'll see if it surmises and it comes together. And maybe this is one of the coins. This is on Solana, so it's a tough one. Normally, I don't own many coins on Solana, but this is the only Solana coin right now I own. There's a few others I would buy, but I just really don't have the capital to really do it. And I'm in coins right now I want to stay in, and I don't want to sell. So I don't want to kind of pivot. But either way, guys, make sure you like the video down below. That's going to do it for this one.